So a huge technical fault. Thought I was live. Wasn't. Now we are. So we've had me and Justin Bishop play. I won 4-2. I think I dished him 3 times. So Justin's got himself an early night. Paul McCambridge and James Wilson currently playing at 2-2. It's been a close match. Paul looks like he's on a bit of a clearance here. So could see himself 3-2 up. Reds are not looking too pretty. Left himself on the cushion, so the easiest of pots now. All he needs to do is roll it in. He should be on the one in the middle. Puts it wide. What can James do with these reds? He's got a couple of awkward ones up on the top right. Pots his first ball. Himself a long one up the top. But should he keep taking the balls out in the open? The ones on the cushion just get harder and harder, so he's going to think about it. Bit gutted I missed that game with me and Justin. Nice pot. Leaves himself the double. Clearance on for reds now. Doesn't need to do much with the white. Just roll this double in. Plays it hard. And it bounces out. And it puts that red safe. It does plant, but pulls back in the driver's seat now. The black is now in the open. So should he not snooker himself now? It could be. 3-2. It's close. Very close. Oh, pot this one in the middle, cannon off this red and leave himself a nice easy yellow. Turn that down. Oh, a long pot. He's got to play this with topspin, which he doesn't like. Thing I do know about Mr. McCambridge. Can screw the white back. There probably is a bit of room to... Opted to screw it back. Has he got back enough? This is tight. Very tight. And puts it just wide and leaves it slightly out of the pocket. So this plant on the reds will go. It's not over yet for James, this frame. Takes the plant on early, knocks the black, and may have left an edge. Has he left an edge for Paul to pot this black? Or is it a total snooker? Paul's taking his time, so it looks like it's not list of shots. Don't think there's a power from the back of the red, so this is tough. This is very tough. Going around the back of the red. He hit the red and the black dropped. So 3-2 to James. It's unlucky there. It's a tough shot. Clearly couldn't see the left-hand side of the black looking at it. So James is one frame away from putting himself into the semi-final. Some of the other matches, we had Paul Heaton beat Sam Buckler, I think 4-1. Paul McCambridge beat Mike Cooper. It was 4-0 or 4-1, not entirely sure. Shane Lewis is currently playing Martin Davis on table 2, and Nick Busson is waiting to play the winner of them two. The winner of Nick and whoever wins out of Shane and Martin will play myself. Paul Heaton is waiting for the winner of this match here. Gets a ball. Big break, awkward white. Opt for yellows. Cut into the middle. Gets it. Yellows are there. Shine pull. Needs a kiss. Close, but it's all right. Need to overcut these. Nice shot. Done nicely on this yellow. That red's just covered the middle bag for the black, so leaving this one down the rail for your last ball has now become awkward. May take this one down the rail now. Close to it. Why not? All you've got to do is pot it. You come across the table. You should leave yourself a shot. Just looking now where he wants the white. No, he's not. He's actually going for this ball. On the cut. Plays it well. Oh, that is hanging. That is hanging. 4 and 5. So if that yellow drops now, then it just gets replaced. Got a feeling that yellow might drop anytime soon. As soon as James touches the table. Tough clearance on reds. 2 on the cushion. Bottom pocket's covered. Red doesn't pass into the middle now, so I'll take one of the easy ones over the pocket. We'll definitely look to get these ones off the cushion sooner rather than later. He might try and screw into this top red on the cushion now. But this red needs to be taken first. Leaving the ones on the cushion. He's still no angle to get into these now. Okay, maybe off this one. He's going off the top cushion, cut this in the middle. And into it. He's played exactly that. And he's gone all the way around the table. And that is also hanging. Much as that yellow, but takes on the long cut. Not quite. Pull, chance to take it to 3-all. Hill. The white ball going. And that yellow is so deep into that pocket that you've got to be very accurate with this now. Don't play it too hard because you will pot the white as well. Oh! Referee. Close. Pressure black to go 3-all against James Wilson. Oh, just catches the knuckle. Leaves James the angle. Knock this one off the cushion. Should he get this shot, it could be all over. Could be frame over. Got to think that James is going to take these out now. Just become a little bit more difficult. He's got to play this with a little bit of pace now to bring this white back. Should be okay. He's decided to run into it slightly. Feel he's running away with position now. He's got to come back, cross the table, avoid the in-off, plays it well, plays it very well, and takes the match. The match. 4-2. Very well played by Paul McCambridge there. Very unlucky, I believe, on a couple of occasions in that. Tough. Tough out there.
Just about to start the first semi-final here of the final MRC ranking event in 2023. Should be an interesting semi. Paul Heaton has done quite well in the tournaments. He's been in the last 4 or 5. Hasn't won one yet, but threatened. Very good player, good tactician, good potter, good all-round game against James Wilson. James, a lot of talent, can do some magic with the cue ball. This should be a very interesting game. I think James will probably just nick it if he plays at his absolute best, but Paul is very, very difficult to beat. And if James isn't at his absolute best, and he wasn't against me, I think Paul is really going to push him here. It's going to be very interesting. I'm going to tip a hell 4-3 James Wilson's favour. Let's see how he starts off. He was breaking very well earlier in this tournament. He's gone for a double, and that was a bit ugly. He had an easy plant that he turned down. Possibility for Paul to take that red on over the middle right bag, go straight into that pack. He's not really that kind of super aggressive player. Yeah, he's got a chance to do it though, so let's see what sort of mood Paul's in. He is aggressive tonight. Well, it's Christmas. He's got the aggression up, but he's been a little unlucky there. He has got a cut back from the furthest up of those 2 reds. Tricky. Just nudges into the cushion there. Not the best attempt by Paul, but it's a bit of an ugly one. Couple of reds tied up. Couple of yellows on the cushion. They do not plant. Red and the yellow close to the black, so this is a kind of frame I think Paul will like to start off, settle himself down. And James hasn't quite got that right. He wanted to at least cover that bag, hasn't got the weight right. I think he's just playing into Paul's hands here. Paul likes an ugly frame, takes his time, works things out. He's got very awkward bridging here. It's a nice shot. That's a nice shot by Mr. Heaton. He can take this tricky one down the cushion, play it at a pace where you can at least leave it over the bag. That far too thick. I'm not sure he's covered this yellow. So both players just settling down here in the semi-final. Both will feel that they have a chance of winning this. Maybe winning the whole tournament. We saw a big matchup in the first round proper between Jacob Bayliss and Justin Bishop. Jacob Bayliss playing one of his matches of the tournament. Justin Bishop didn't play too badly. It was dish, dish, reverse dish, dish, reverse dish, 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 reverse dish, dish. In Jacob's favour. Fantastic match that was. Unfortunately, our camera cut out. Oh, James again. A bit of luck. James has got the luck on his side tonight. And that's pushed the frame in his control with those yellows covering that bottom left bag. And I'll tell you something, Paul is going to take his time thinking this one out. Lots of concentration. It reminds me a little bit of a player we used to have down here. Can't remember his name. Used to concentrate hard. He's going for the double in off there. Or the 2-on-1 I should say. Didn't work at all. A little bit dirty, you know, when you think about that. Paul, there was no way that was going to be a 2-on-1, but he knew he was going to leave his red probably covering the bag. Even when he's given away a clear foul, I think Paul was thinking quite tactically there. A little bit dirty, you could say. Who's your money on for this match, Jacob?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close one, as you said, but I don't think it's going to be as close as you said. I think I'm going to go for 4-2 to James. Got the aggression, and it will pay off because you said he is getting a bit of luck as well, and I just think he will come out on top.
The luck can run out.
It can. We'll see. Here he goes again.
He can definitely do more with the cue ball than Paul can, but there's a quiet confidence about Paul. I think Paul really fancies himself as a top player. Or someone like me that maybe would play James and not expect to win. I think Paul Heaton fancies himself here. And this kind of really ugly frame, I think, is right up Paul's street to start us off. I think this first frame is very important. It might plant. Might not.
The yellow safe.
Is he trying that? I wouldn't be surprised. Very ugly first frame. Something different about James Wilson, is it? Did he used to have a moustache or something?
He shaved or something, is he? He looks different tonight.
He looks about 10 years younger. I think he was about 54. Now he looks about 17.
Quick maths.
Watching Paul's brain. Because he hasn't got much hair, you can actually see it. And there you go, the famous Paul Heaton brain. Not quite the scratch, unfortunately, there. But he might have planned that, you know. Paul's the sort of player that might have planned something like that.
Knows the yellows are tough. He just wants James to pot.
Exactly.
So leave him open.
I wouldn't be surprised if Paul thought, you know, he's the sort of player that might sort of...
What's he doing?
Play rope-a-dope a little bit.
They must all go. I don't think he's confident, is he? He's not playing...
Playing at his best. And
he's
look,
just covered that
I know I always say this, but I should have beat him.
Yeah, you should have. I watched the game. Yeah,
and I think James knows it.
Yeah.
But he's got to get that out of his head and think, well, you know, I got away with one. I got a bit of luck. And just a touch too far it is.
The yellow doubles, so if he pots this and leaves himself the one on the right, then that yellow does double, but it's not easy. You might try and go into it. That to slow down.
How's the weight on this?
He's got away with it again.
Just got a little kiss.
Doubles. Gonna go into it. He's going into it.
That's the sort of player James is. Very aggressive player.
And it's paid off and he's landed on the double anyway.
Very aggressive player. Always tries something. Sometimes I think he goes for a bit too much.
Yeah.
He is one of the more aggressive players that we've seen down here at the old MRC.
I'm going to miss.
But yeah, I think Paul Heaton's been studying him and he thinks, well, if you're going to be aggressive, I'm going to let you be aggressive because eventually the aggression ain't going to work. But Paul just taking his time, experienced player. He's got a simple little starter there. James knows he's got a simple starter.
He's going to sweep him. Paul's going to sweep him.
It's the sort of player Paul is, you know.
Bad shout.
It's a real clash of styles, this. A real clash of styles.
He played the 2-in-1 there. He knocked both reds off the cushion and snookered him. I think he snookered him.
That's what he's all... Look at this! Bit of a bender. Oh, too much bend. He's gone in the middle bag.
Unlucky.
That was a lot of bend. Big swerve shot. Attempt from James Wilson. We are seeing the clash of styles. The magician with the cue ball. James Wilson. James the Wizard Wilson. Against Paul the technician Heaton. There's the cue ball here. It's okay. Doesn't need to do anything with the cue ball here. Oh, well, he's played the snooker again. He's played the snooker again, just covering the bag. That's the sort of player Paul Heaton is. And if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen.
I've seen James pop one of these in practice. Top bag.
Sort of player Heaton is, but that's the sort of player that James Wilson is. Where's that yellow going? Where's the yellow going? Oh my word, he is on luck tonight. He's got all the luck.
Unreal.
Just creeps behind the red.
He's going for it. He's going for it.
Oh! Oh! Paul Heatster! If you can't stand the heat.
That's lovely. That's lovely.
Don't call him the oven for nothing. Shot that was, the 2-in-1 by Paul Heaton. There's pressure on this yellow. It is a red. There's no yellows on the table. Oh. That's why.
Fucking hell. He's flying.
That's why
He's
we said it
flying.
was yellow because Paul Heaton
Flying.
is
Look at
not
him.
yellow. He's full of courage. He's just put a touch. He's okay-ish. It's thin.
Did he nearly fall over then?
He nearly fell over, but it's all part of his plan. He's a tactician. This is thin and it's missable.
Middle bag. Where's the white going?
Missable. It's missable. It's perfect. It's just a little bit close to the cushion to make this black missable for what a first frame this could be. For fire, Paul Heaton. How's your nerve? His nerve is good, Paul Heaton.
good
I
player.
told you Paul Heaton had this one in the bag.
He's a good
1-0
player.
to Paul Heaton. He's
Good
got the
player.
fire. He's the oven. The oven mitts are out. Paul Heaton 1. James the Wizard Wilson 0. I think James now realises, I don't know, have these two played each other? Do they know each other?
I don't think they played each other, but I can't be sure. I don't know. I've played Paul. I played James also.
So have I.
Yeah. I've played you as well.
Yeah. I've played you.
You can't have. No chance.
I wonder what James will be thinking because, you know, Paul's a hard player to read. Sometimes I look at him and think, he ain't got much. And then other times I think, he's delicious.
Do you mind if I ask you about the King of the Hill and
King of the Hill.
what do you think of your first match?
Who have I got? Some rubbish player.
Have you actually seen the draw? No.
Yes, I have seen the draw.
Oh.
I have contacted my opponent
You
and he
have?
says, I'm too scared to play you, Paul. So he forfeits. So
Fair
it's-
enough.
I am playing a gentleman called Andrew Hughes, known as Drew. I believe he's a professional.
He's just moved back to IPA or moving back to IPA.
Well, his excuse is that his car is off the road at the moment. So I told him I live nearby, so any time that suits you, I'm up for it.
Yeah.
Showing no fear, trying
No.
to get the first psychological blow in.
Aye.
He said his car's off the road, and I'm like, well, you know, you've only got till end of January.
Yeah.
So I think
Just out of interest, you haven't put water in his fuel tank or anything like that. You haven't broke his car
Well-
purposely, have you?
well, this is public, isn't it? So I'm not going to admit to any crimes
That's fair enough.
publicly.
And he's in off. Oh, that's a monster brake as well. Look at the size of that brake.
Paul Heaton will be licking his lips, seeing that white one. Yes, I've got Drew Hughes. So look, I'm probably the worst or second worst player in the King of the Hill,
Oh, I would
skill wise. So to be honest, I really wanted one of the pros.
That's what
just,
I said. I thought you would.
Just for the experience, I wanted Drew or Cole. I don't know, Ed Lewis. Did you say, is he a pro?
No, Matt Davis.
Matt Davis,
and then
Shane Lewis. He's a pro.
Lee, yeah, Shane O'Sullivan.
Shane
Missed.
O'Sullivan.
He's just missed his first shot.
So yeah,
He's
no,
got two.
honestly, what 10 frames against a player? There's nothing to lose for me, and
Yeah.
I played well tonight, and I enjoyed it, and just gonna be dirty as hell. I'm
Yeah.
gonna try and make it as dirty as hell for Drew.
Good.
I'm gonna play like Paul Heaton. I'm gonna purposely put the white in just to confuse him sometimes.
Paul's going to put the white in again now, watch.
Left.
Oh, he's just missed.
Needed to get the yellow in. No, like honestly, if all my reds are over the bag and the black's in the middle of the table, I'm just gonna jump the red and put the white in just to confuse Drew. He never will have seen anything like that.
Might forfeit.
Yeah, I was practicing it earlier. No, I'm looking forward to it. Nothing to lose. If I can get a frame, I'll be happy. And if I get 2 frames, I'll be happier. If I get 3 frames, I'll be happiest.
Happier, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then happiest.
No, I hope I get a frame or 2. Be disappointed if I don't win 1 frame.
Thing is, what starts to happen is you start playing the player. You're saying now that you want to get 1 frame. If you get down to a black, that's you playing the player now because you're saying that you just want 1 frame. You're not playing.
Well, the first frame though. Nice shot there by James. Controls the Q. Cannons into the red nicely.
I know that you can clear up off somebody's break. Your own break, so No reason why you can't take a couple of frames off, Drew.
A rarity. It's a rarity. I've done it though. I've done a couple of dishes in my life.
Back to this frame, because
Yeah,
James is going to take on the tough shot now. He's taking on a double. He's got a lot of confidence about him tonight. This might...
Well, he always plays with confidence and aggression.
Played it really well.
That's super. That is super. When James is on it, he is on it. World class. Oh my word, what are we talking about? Rubbish! He smashes his cue off the table. There's a little chip in your table, Jacob. There's a little chip on the left-hand side of the table. Ah! He said Shane Lewis on the head! He said Shane Lewis on the head! I can't believe it! Call 999! I'm gonna have to go out here. I'm the first aider in the building.
Right. Wow.
It just grazed him.
He's all right. He's all right.
Quite got that right. He's okay. Still got his 2 shots. Don't think he could have knocked that in, but the white stayed, or the yellow has stayed nicely open in the middle of the table. This is what we mean. Very different clash of styles here. Whenever Paul does need to pull out something ridiculous, he can do it. This is a bit of a tricky one. Oh no!
Oh, Raf.
But he might cover the double.
No, he hasn't. He's actually made the pocket bigger for the double.
Has he?
Yeah.
I'm not as sure.
Yeah, if he hits anyway, yeah.
Oh, he comes off the cushion.
Big bag, yeah.
If he comes off the cushion first.
You try and overcut this.
Don't undercut it, James. He gone straight in.
What? The travel.
Oh no! I thought it was traveling. Just slowed up
He's
there.
Playing all the doubles tonight.
This is double. This is about his 20th double in a row in this
Double
frame.
city.
Double! No, triple. Cock out double.
Cocked at neutral.
And the black has gone fairly safe.
This match is getting exciting, isn't it?
Well, it's been exciting since the first shot because it's a
semi-final in the MRC.
clash of styles, and that's what I'd like to see. 2 very different players. Just enough off that top cushion, so just needs to roll this in. He's got an easy yellow after that. But how does he get on this black?
Well, if he just rolls this in, and then rolls the next yellow in, he's actually on for a fairly easy double.
Yeah, Paul won't play for the double though. Holy shit. Oh, pardon my language. That was terrible.
Could be 1-1.
Well, I wasn't expecting that.
No,
we see. Let's be fair about this. We've both tipped James to win. I said it's going to be a tough, close game because I thought Paul would grind them down.
Yeah.
But we both picked James to win because James is the more talented player, and also Paul's probably prone to those kind of errors a little bit more. Is that going to bounce? It's gone ugly.
It's gone safe. Unbelievable.
I was changing the score. That's a terrible mistake by James. Should never have done that. He's had to put side on this. Oh, it's a good shot. He just wanted to play it with a little bit of pizzazz.
He wanted to show the fans.
Well, that's it. This is the difference between the two. But what I was just trying to say there before, that interesting 2 shots by James Wilson. What was I trying to say? I think why we both picked James is because Paul is more prone to those errors.
Yeah.
You know, as you said earlier, we can all clear up, but some of us do it a lot more consistently than others. And people like me make a lot more mistakes than others. And I'd say Paul's just got the edge on me. So he's a little bit above, but he's going to make more mistakes than James. So he has to play very well. James, at his best, should win. It's 1-1 in a race to 4. Paul had his chances in that frame. Could have been 2-0 up. A couple of very gettable yellows. We're back into Mr. Heaton's break. Doesn't have the same power on his break as we know James has.
I'll show you now, mate.
And sometimes when it's that, there you go, he tends to have a sticker. Well, that's not horrible if he can have a shot at a red.
A couple of awkward ones. Not easy.
No, I don't see any easy starter either. Does this go through?
I think it passes.
Well, it must do. He's got down quickly. Just rolls through, glides off the cushion.
Got an angle to screw into this pack now. Go for it.
Not a sort of player.
said that before.
Before, and I'll say it again. No, Paul. That's not the sort of player he is.
You do share a name with him.
Yeah, my middle name's Heaton. Look at the length of this, but he hasn't got his fingers in the... He has now. He played that confidently. Very nice shot there by Paul. Big, long, awkward bridge. No problem.
He's been down practicing quite a lot lately with his...
If he's aggressive here, no. I thought he could have maybe gone into them there, the angle, but always make those shots harder. And again, Paul just wanted to make sure he had the red over the bag, and there's a little gap there. Be able to squeak a yellow in behind it at some point if he needs to. But if I know James goes in straight away.
He's going into this. He's going into this. He's getting off.
Oh my word, James. In off. You keep clipping the people going in off.
It's funny.
Oh. He plays some of the best shots in the world. They don't get clipped.
A bit of just the drama, isn't it? It's just that's unlucky. He's unlucky to go in off there.
Very unlucky.
And so it's...
He's had plenty of luck tonight, James. So
Yeah, it comes
all
around.
evens out, you know, karma and all that. Hey, all levels itself out. Let's look at that. If I was him, I would. Well, I don't know, do you? I would hit that yellow way to.
I think he's looking to double the red into the pack or the yellow into the pack.
Yeah, that's the shot I was thinking.
That yellow out the way.
Just gets enough on the cushion there. Bad shot. It's left the yellow safe. Clever. Nice footwork. Oh, got unlucky there. A little
He's
bit
totaled.
more.
That's
Little
total
bit more
snooker.
is perfect.
That's a total snooker. He snookered.
Sorry, I was just looking at the top right of the screen there at the footwear. It's gone off now. Interesting. I believe they're called crocodiles.
Crocodiles. Dundees, they're called. He's not snookered. He can see an edge. Or he's knocked the yellows.
Well, we said that these ugly frames, I favour Heatmeister. And these ugly ones, if James does fancy this yellow in the middle, looks like he's going to develop red beside the yellow if he takes it into the right centre. Seems like it's the shot for me. James can do different things with the cue ball than I can, and we know he likes a big dirty double. We know he likes it all.
That was a triple kiss. A double kiss and then kissed again.
Got a big bit of mistletoe over the table. Aye. Aye. Get into this one a little bit. Oh, he needed to get it bang in the heart of the pocket, and he did so. Now, if this was James, I'd fancy James to figure a way to develop this. Being Paul, I'm not so sure. Beautiful! What did I tell you? Paul is a developer, develop master. But the black is put on the red. The black is blocking the red.
I don't think it is. No, I think it goes. Well, he can definitely. He can cut it. Oh, can he?
Oh, can he?
I
think it's kind of blocked both ways. We're going to find out. He's going for the cut back. There, they couldn't get enough, but he just managed to push the red down enough so it's blocked the yellow. He is a thinker. 17-year-old James Wilson at the table. Yellow's plant.
Probably. But the top one passes into here.
Well, the role reversal. Didn't expect that from Mr. Wilson.
Push that yellow slightly safe, mind.
Did not expect that from Mr. Wilson, which shows you how seriously he's taken this match now. He wants to win. And if he wins, I mean, would you say likely to face Jacob Bayliss in the final?
I'm playing Nick. That's going to be a tough match.
Nick's beat you a couple of times.
Bussin.
The Busmeister.
He's got to watch Ian off here. There's margins.
Missed it.
No, he's hit it, but he might be okay. No, he's in off.
Dear Paul.
Why are you clipping on the in-offs?
I didn't clip. I don't even know how to clip.
Oh.
I'll give you a clip round the ear.
But these yellows are not easy, are they? Because that red's blocking the yellow down there.
Say they're not easy.
I'm telling you, mate. There's going to be some drama in this frame yet. It's coming.
Here comes a developer.
He's potted it. Why is he? Fair enough. Fair enough. He's done all right
I'll
there.
show you why in a minute.
He's done all right there.
He's potted the final red of Paul Heaton.
But I can still tell you this is not an easy clearance. There's drama in this frame.
Jacob, well, look at this.
Watch.
This is all or nothing.
Watch.
This is all or nothing. And at the minute, it's all. The wizard, James Wilson, showing Mr. Bayliss, who said this was an impossible clear-up, that it's very possible, and it's looking very possible now.
There's going to be drama.
No,
It's coming.
he's going to go for the bottom.
can hear
He's
the
going for the
thunder.
top
I
yellow,
can hear the
which means he's
thunder.
going to clip the bottom yellow. It could go into that bottom cushion. He gets enough baggy on it.
Oh, there's thunder coming.
It gets enough backspin where he just holds it, but the white is going up. The table,
got to come
is he
round.
going to play this dead weight, or is he going to go off about 20 cushions?
He's coming around. He's going to go in off top bag.
I know James is coming off 20 cushions. Look at this for a shot. That's wonderful. That's one of the shots of the year. Clip that one, Mr. Balo. That was a superb shot. Lovely weight to get up above the black. This has been
lovely.
delightful. This is
Lovely.
why we said James Wilson's going to win this match. And that's
Lovely.
James Wilson at his best. That was a super shot by James Wilson to get onto that final yellow. Super shot. What sort of spin did he put on it there?
Just stunned it with left hand side.
You said that was an impossible clearance.
I thought he was going to go in off up. I didn't say it was an impossible.
You said it was an impossible clearance, and he made the impossible possible. And that's what Christmas is all about.
Yeah,
That's what Christmas is all about.
and that's what I've always said. One step closer to prediction.
2-1 up, James. So this is a key frame for Mr. Heaton to win.
Sure, you want to see this go hill just as much as I do. Hill.
Well, my neck's a little bit sore.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
Well, my neck's a bit sore, so, you know, if this finishes quickly, then I can have a little break.
No. It's getting late now, isn't it?
Yeah.
2-1. Big break.
I like James's break.
He's got a monster
I
break.
like the old break from the James the Wizard.
He gets a ball.
Nothing goes down.
he
It's
gets
dry.
Yeah. Oh, was that the other table?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's
It's a dry break.
Dry.
And your name's dry, your name's red, because those reds look tasty. The yellows don't look too bad either, but the reds look very nice. I know Paul, he's taking reds. At that backspin!
Showing that he can
Well, it's advantage Paul in this frame. You have to
show
say.
off just as much as James.
Probably an easier shot than what James played. All these reds go. All these reds go. There's a chance of a dish here. This is a tricky one. If he can just hold this awkward. His bridging's good though, Paul. Give him that. They don't call him bridge for
Nice
nothing.
shot. Nice shot.
Was a good shot. Even got a little bit of backy on it as well. Wasn't expecting that. All about cue ball control now and the weight. Snooker himself in any of these, but all these reds go if he can figure it out, and he's taking his time because he knows he's got a big opportunity here.
Like the match against Justin. Justin went one frame ahead, and then he broke, went dry, and I dished him off his break. Then he went one frame ahead, and I dished him off his break again.
I did a dish once.
Oh,
it's just
he's too far.
well for him. He's does that cut into the left middle from there?
This is tough. White ball's going anywhere.
I think it's incredibly thin, but if he wants to keep it going, that might be his only option.
Does go at the top.
He's going awkward in the white as well here. White could dip into that left centre bag. Nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. And I just, as we say, I think that's the difference. I think James would have took those reds.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Paul, I think the class is showing that just a little bit of extra the 17-year-old youngster James Wilson has. Young wizard. Where's James from?
Out Lanny way, I think.
Anyway,
Lanny, yeah. Towards Lanny.
see what he makes of these yellows. Just squeezes that yellow in. Last drop.
Last roll. Yellow, and it dropped.
The last crumb of turkey on the plate. Just been hoovered. Oh, it's a nice shot as well.
He loves developing balls, doesn't he? They didn't need to be, but he just did.
I mean, he doesn't need to develop. He's got a yellow over the bag once, and he tries to develop it. It's like, you don't need to do that, James. He's got really good like top spin. He can put as much top spin on it as I've seen
Bottom spin.
anybody down here at the
He's
MRC.
taking a thin cut.
I get this, though. I put my money on him there. There we go. That's why I put my money on him. He's a bit unlucky, though. He's a bit unlucky. Very unlucky.
That's total.
That's very unlucky.
That's total. That's a nightmare.
Why are you clipping things like that?
It's just unlucky. I like to see these things back. That there is what changes this match.
You like the misfortune.
That there changes the...
Hang on, it's not over yet, though. Look at this. Keep your eye. No. Well, if he's going to miss it, I guess putting a couple of reds beside each other is probably best miss.
Do you fancy Paul to take these?
He's not quite been his best in any of the frames. Even the first frame was an ugly one, and it just seemed to fall his way. He did play a couple of good shots to win it. But the last two frames, although James did show a bit of class, especially to win the last one, Paul missed a few opportunities. So he needs to get himself together. I know he can. He certainly can. If you're asking if he can,
That's
can.
not good. That's not good.
It's terrible.
Wrong side of the black.
When I say terrible, I mean it's a bit unlucky, and he had a chance to develop those two reds there as well.
I
But
don't think he needed to. The bottom one went.
Yeah, the bottom one went, which is what he was trying to leave. But he's just unlucky. I mean, does it still go?
It was still cut, and he won't go in off. He won't go in off there. Should he get the pot? Oh, it's close. It's close.
It looks to me like he might have to overcut this.
Miss it.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't think the pot's quite on. I think the only part of the red, that right-hand face of that red, the part he connects with overcuts. But we're going to find out. I've only got one eye. Oh, he hits the top one.
He's got a safe white.
That's a great shot. If he gets in behind that red, that's not bad at all, Mr. Heaton. And that's what I said. He is a tactician. And if he's not playing well, he can grind. Very good shot. Surprised James hasn't tapped the table. Because it deserved a tap.
He has about 6 times. Look, he's still tapping the table now. Look, he's appreciating it that much.
It was a great shot. That didn't clip that one, did you?
Where's his luck? I did.
Late now. Only got 10 seconds after the shot. Okay, so big chance now for Paul Heaton. He's 2-1 down. He played a superb safety shot after just slightly running out of position. But now is where he has to show the aggressive side of his game. How's your luck? Is he going to go behind that yellow? I think he's okay.
He's all right.
It just looked like it was going to creep in behind the yellow, but then that little bit of spinny baby on the white stopped it.
Tough positioning now. Might be able to drop off bottom cushion. Back up. He's all right. He's played that so well.
He played it nicely.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
He's played it nicely. Now, is that white heading towards that yellow? Close to the right centre bag. And will that help hold the white? Well, I think he thought it. I thought it. And we were both wrong. And the reason we were wrong is because he put a little bit of back on it. And it just created an angle away from the yellow. I don't think he needed to put any backspin on it, and he's a bit angry with himself. You saw a flick of the cue there. You don't often see that emotional reaction, but he is a human being, is he though? Oh, he is. I thought for a second he wasn't. I thought for a second he was a AI pole master robot.
Trigonometry.
But these yellows are open, and I do fear for Mr. Heaton. His saving grace is the ball that's got a little bit of black on it and a little bit of white on it.
James loves a double mind.
He does like a double, and if he can get into the top half of the table, I fancy that double into the right centre bag to get some travelling to do that, but he is a guy that can travel. Oh, is he going to develop?
He's going into it.
I think he's developed. That's a great angle he's left for the develop.
I would still go for the double C.
He's Definitely developing. He's definitely developing. He's definitely going into the middle bag. He's not. He's got a little bit lucky though, because this black goes into the top left. He said, I don't know if that was lucky or unlucky. It was lucky, James. It was lucky. He's playing this a bit too hard. I didn't fancy that once. I didn't fancy that once. Called it. And he's left this a complete sitting duck for Mr. Heaton to make it 2-2.
2-2.
And how did Paul Heaton win that frame? How did James lose it? Be disappointed missing that black down the rail. But you know, when it just... I was behind him and I looked at the angle and there's just... Something didn't look right.
2 apiece.
Something didn't look right. It's 2 apiece. What did I say? I said LL. LL. Here, so a first of 4 in this first semi-final. Now, a best of 3 frames matchup between these two very different players, Paul Heaton and James Wilson. We both slightly tipped James, but I said it would be a hill. James was tipped to win 4-2. By Jacob, so both those results still on. So it's Paul to brick. His bricks haven't been the biggest so far. He tends to have a few balls that stick together. He's got a decent break that time though, and a red's flowing in. He's got a yellow over the bag, so if he can see a yellow anywhere, he'll probably want to take. Can't see any easy yellows though. Can't see any easy reds either. Apart from the obvious yellow, of course, which he might be forced to take. He would have liked to have left that if possible, but has to take it. And well, that was a little unfortunate. And he cut this.
Oh yeah, he has got a cut in the middle, yeah. He has.
He can cut this in the left bag. Keep the break going.
Needs to miss that yellow.
It doesn't drop. And the reds are open. The reds are open. What sort of James Wilson are we going to see in this frame? Because we see a different James Wilson every frame. Sometimes we see Ronnie O'Sullivan. Sometimes we see Shane O'Sullivan. Hard to tell with James sometimes, but he is talent. Not a bad little screw back. Clips the yellow. The reds are all open. James taking his time a bit more than he usually does. He wants this. Has James won a flyer?
Yes, he has.
I feel like
Yeah,
he has, yeah.
he has. It was one that I think Lee donated £50 into the pot, so he had about £100 that night.
Nice. What's the chump get tonight? Do we know?
What do we got? 30 for the winner, 20 runner-up.
Where is Lee Lillo? He ain't been here. That's a shock.
I don't know. Yeah, not sure.
Well, it's suspicious that it's Christmas and Lee Lillo, the first time he's not been here for a pool tournament all year.
Missed a good one.
Well, that makes me suspicious
Of?
the identity of Santa Claus.
That's fair enough. Nice pot, that.
That was a good ball. The Reds looked open, but he took them nicely. But this one is tricky because he might have to dig into this a bit at pace.
All about pace. Played it well.
Oh,
Played
superb.
It well.
That was a superb shot. And this is James Wilson going 3-2 up. Excellent shot. Crisp, that final red. The pace he had to play that at to get the white back a little bit to give the easy black made the pot a lot more difficult. Any clip on these knuckles or the cushion that would not have gone in, it was right in the heart of the pocket. And James Wilson goes a frame away from the MRC Flyer final, the final flyer of 2023. Who will be the 2023 champion? It's James de Breck. James, very high win percentage on his own break.
Set the balls up wrong.
Hello. He has indeed, you know. He's gone for the old wigwam.
He's just, the 2 balls below the black are just slightly wrong. It's not the end of the world.
Well,
it's Christmas.
Well, what if Paul finds that out? What if Paul finds that out?
It's a friendly flyer. We won't.
Friendly flyer with £30? Are you mad?
You having a laugh?
Are you having a laugh?
You having a laugh? These yellows are nice, mind.
Yellows are nice. The reds, not so nice. Haven't seen a dish from James yet. He was very close twice in his quarterfinal match against myself, and he's blown it. And he's knocked out yellow. See if he was in a strong position.
Hell.
But, well, when you talk about hell, what we can say is that this game is going to go on for a while. And I think Paul is just going to play the ugliest snooker you've ever seen in your life here. Be not. I could just nudge off that red and get right in behind the red that's close, kissing the other yellow. He might be trying it. Well, he's not quite trying what I was thinking. Trying to make it ugly and awkward though. But he has left the yellow into the left centre bag. But whereas James had every yellow open, not the case, but he is a master developer. He's thinking about something here with that yellow close to the black. The black could go flying anywhere here. Well, it didn't move at all. And the yellow's almost gone in. It was almost a ridiculous shot by Mr. Wilson if he worked that out. But Paul needs to do a bit of damage now. Of course, he's got those 2 yellows. Sorry, 2 reds that are kind of his saving grace. Look at that, not trying the pot. He knows those 2 yellows, or 2 reds close to that yellow, are his saving grace at the minute. So he could have developed them there, but if he develops the 2 reds, then he develops that yellow. So very defensive by Paul, and that's what we said. Whereas James is not defensive. He wants rid of that yellow immediately. Went for the long double, trying to put his yellow in. So he's got his yellow out, but now is the time. It's one thing creating these opportunities, which Paul is very good at doing, but now he has to make the most of it. Very long reach with a bit of a bridge over the yellow at the top end of the table. He split the reds quite nicely. And he keep it together and take this semi-final to a final frame. This is, he needs to get that flexibility. The hip flexor stretched out there, Paul. Awkward bridge as well. And it's a thin one down the cushion. That was missable. And he's put his red safe as well as missing it. And that's a disaster for Mr. Heaton. I hate to say it, but that's why we got to get ourselves stretching and mobile to play Paul. He struggled a bit there, I think, with the reach. And James rattles that in. Now, there is still 1 yellow. It looks like it's blocked the furthest on the right-hand side of the table. How will he work his way around to develop that one? Opportunity maybe here. To dig heavy into this yellow. A bit of pot of luck where the white might go if he does play that shot. And he tried to perhaps knock the yellow into it. Not quite worked out for him at all though. And this frame is now gone pretty ugly from all the balls being quite open. All the balls blocking each other at the moment. the worst shot in the world. Sort of half attempted plant, but knew that the yellow was going to be blocking that red into the top right bag. Is there a double on here for Paul? Tried the very thin cut plant. He's got okay with that white. We've got a tactical one. And so far, the tactical ones seem to go Paul's way, but those yellows causing him a real problem at the minute. How someone's going to need a foul and have a shot to develop. Giving this a lot of thought. This is tense moments here at the MRC. What's Paul thinking about here? Well, there's a tactician. He's happy enough with that. He's put one of those yellows out. The two reds, of course, don't plant, but it's a slightly more favourable position. But James, you fancy, will try and just put that yellow somewhere. Oh, he's hit the red. I think he hit the red direct there. That's two shots. Interesting that he didn't have his fingers touching the table at all. So two shots for Paul, and that has changed everything. Decides to open up that top right bag, and all the reds look very, very good. Ooh, it wiped his feet. His heart must have been in his mouth there. But this is a massive opportunity for Paul to bring this to the hell. Where's the white going? He's okay. Keep it calm, Paul. He wants to play this plant. Changes his mind. We spoke about his flexibility earlier. He's got to stretch here. This way, got to get in the gym, Paul. Ooh, he would have probably liked. He probably would have liked to have the plant.
That's hard.
But he's going to have to take the one over the bag and do a bit of work with the cue ball.
Leave it at the top.
Can he do it? Oh, what's he done there? He jumped. He's gone in behind the yellow. Not sure what on earth he was doing there. I think, again, that's what he said. We saw this earlier in the frame, the hip flexor stretch. He hasn't got the hip flexion. And he struggled with his reach. And the same thing there. It was an awkward bridge. Not a bad effort here, though. That's not the worst outcome in the world. It's not the best. The best was that he cleared up. But James has got an easy snooker here. If he wants it, is he going to be a reh and play the snooker? Of course he is. He's playing Paul at his own game. Paul is in all sorts of trouble, and he shouldn't have been in this position. Those reds were very puttable. That's the difference between the top players. He needs a lot of luck here. It's a total. If it look, he's after it. He thinks it's good. It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
You can see it. I think you see it.
Can he see that yellow? Did you see Paul? Paul was after it. He was trying to control it. I think he's pulled his hamstring. I think he pulled his hamstring, but James he couldn't quite cut it. Has he left the red? He hasn't.
Oh, he's touching. It's a good shot.
Gosh.
Push his safe mind.
I can't handle this.
Whew.
My heart rate monitors tells me the heart rate is at 4,000.
Beats per second as well, that isn't it?
The excitement in Paul's face when he thought he had just got that dead weight behind the red. It was a great effort. Just left the yellow cuttable, but not cuttable where he could pot it. He's got another very difficult shot here. 1, 2, 3. Not enough. Not enough.
Lucky. Tough. Very tough.
What does James do here? What does James do to clear these two yellows out?
No, he's going to take it.
He picks the white.
I think this yellow passes, so he's free here.
There's pressure on it now, though. Pressure can do funny things to people on a pool table.
Pick off the side of it.
The long pot down the rail. It looks very tasty. Oh, how's he got unlucky?
That's why I wouldn't have played it like that.
He's got a bit unlucky. Mr. Bayless tells me he would have tried to leave it over the middle bag.
Because you leave yourself on this one anyway, and that one goes then.
Oh, he's okay, though. He rattles in a great shot there. And this should put him into the final MRC Flyer Final of 2023. James, the Wizard Wilson, is in the final, a great semi-final against Paul, the Fire Heaton. Great semi-final, enjoyed that one. Real clash of styles. It was exactly what I expected. Did think it would go hell. Could have gone either way at points, but just a little bit too much class. Just a couple too many mistakes from Paul Heaton in the end. And the Wizard
should have bet on that.
Goes into the final. Well done, James. Unlucky, Mr. Heaton.
We've got 2-1 on the other table. I believe Nick Busson is 2-1 up. We're going to pull these guys over onto this table as soon as they finish this frame. Okay, so we just pulled Martin and Nick over. It's 2 apiece. And we've got almost an in off. Been told that it was quite tactical against these guys in the last couple of frames. Maybe now they're on the stream table, they might play a little bit more attack. And it does do that to people. People do often try and show up a little bit for the cameras, show off for the cameras. It can also push people the other way and not play to their best. Start thinking about other people watching rather than thinking about the game. Nice shot there by Nick, and he just about lands on this bottom yellow. Got work to do. We're going to leave himself one in the middle next. Plays it with pace. Just looking to disturb the pack somewhat. Didn't quite make it. Entirely sure what that was, but the yellows haven't landed too bad here. Nick certainly in control of this frame. Martin likes to take his time. I've not seen Martin play here before. I don't think I've seen him play before, period. I think he is a fairly slow player. He plays in Bilf League. Talking about Bilf League earlier, so he does play. Clearly he's come down this evening wanting a game of pool, and he's certainly got it. It's 2 apiece against Nick. Slightly slower pace than certainly James, but maybe even Paul. Martin likes to take his time. Absolutely nothing wrong with that in a game of skill. Okay, so there is a chance for Nick to possibly develop this yellow off this shot. It's a long bridge, so maybe he's not going to take the chance off this shot. We'll see. We'll see. Just seen a yellow go flying across the table, flying across the floor, across the room. Taking on the yellow in the middle, so it looks like he's going to want to develop this, leave himself a better angle. He's got the better angle, but... So he needs to catch the red now, not the yellow. If he catches the yellow, he pushes the yellow safe. So you need to catch the red. Oh, I tell you what. That is unlucky. He's played that well, and it's not quite come off. It looks like a total snooker. Must have been a... No, it wasn't. So it wasn't a total snooker. He didn't hit the cushion. He's called a foul on himself. Good sportsmanship there. Maybe the other player wasn't watching. Well done, Nick. Nick just coming in to check to see if it was a foul. He was pretty sure it was, but Martin wasn't, so just confirming that it is a foul. Martin does have ball in hand should he want to pick the ball up. Wasting any time with this clearance. The obvious shot would be to pick the white up. Leave the most awkward if it is the top right red. So Dead Martin likes to take his time. Maybe we should give him a shot clock next time he comes down. 60-second shot clock. Maybe we could try and bring that in some tournaments, having a shot clock, 30-second shot clock. It would take a bit of management to do, making sure everything's right, but I'm sure we could do it. It would make certainly a great stream and a great night of pool. Opting not to pick the white up. He's just going to play this one. If he's on that red in the middle, then he's okay. Whether or not he'll choose to take that or just tuck in behind this red at the top. So I don't really know Martin, so I don't know what preferred game of pool is. Is it attacking? Is it defending? It looks like it's attacking, so he's going for this red in the middle now. Yeah, he certainly has. So a chance to go one frame away from the semi-final. Sure, there's nerves out there from both players currently. What this competition does. Work out his best route. He's going for the top one, so I don't often like to travel too much. I am playing a clearance, but he's potted that nice. He's run out of position there. Probably still look to just roll this one in over the bag. Leave the angle to cut the red back in and come up the table. But seeing as where the yellow is, might see Martin just play the cut regardless, and should he miss, he knows that he's got a fairly safe white. It looks like he is taking on the cut, or he's just going to take on the double. Okay, regardless, he knows that he's leaving a safe white. So Nick Busson, I don't think it's a total snooker. So we'll have to hit a cushion afterwards. It's so close to a cushion. If he hits it, you've got to expect to hit a cushion. Just wants to nestle in behind this. Plays it with maybe a bit too much pace, and the white ball comes out, leaving Martin fairly simple clearance. But if he does take the one over the bag that he's looking at now, then he's just coming around now to see where he can leave the white. There is only a small window between that black and yellow, and playing it the way he probably will, he's not going to use the cushion. He's probably just going to try and screw straight back, which is always makes it more difficult to judge them sort of shots. Does have insurance at the top of the table because he does use the cushion, and I think he's played that well. Got a cut. The white is travelling back up the table. A safer spot should he miss. See that he's going to, and he does. He rattles it, but as I said, white ball has travelled up. He's left Nick a very thin cut or a super difficult double up into the top bag. I couldn't tell you what he's going to go for. I would assume the cut. What have you got for us, Nick? Okay, I think he was just looking to try and double it into the middle pocket there. Doesn't quite get it right. Leaves Martin a huge chance. Being that yellow safe as well. Not only got roll-ins, he's got insurance. So wants to stay away from any pockets with that white ball. Doesn't want to play this with too much pace. He's all right. Tough to get positioning off these shots. Wants to come wide towards the side cushion rather than, yeah, like so. Martin's first competition. Can he, or here anyway, can he make himself into the semi-finals and defeat the mighty Nick Busson? Pots the black. 3-2. 1 frame away. Nick Busson to break. He's just shaking his head there. Not happy with that last frame. He had a chance. He's going to be kicking himself. Show us what you got there, Nick. Is your break as big as James's? Martin has just popped to the ladies' room, so he shan't be a second. There he is. Goes for the cut break. He gets it, hits it well. The black's travelling. Black's gone in. So just a re-rack. I think we may start bringing in these golden breaks into these tournaments now and again. Make it a bit more exciting. Imagine that was 3-all now after a golden break. But for now, it's just a re-rack and same person to break. So Nick to break. Gets a nice contact again, gets a ball, and that's a lovely split. That red plants into the middle, then you could be looking at reds. That red does pass into the middle past the black. It looks to me that the reds could be all on should that plants. It doesn't plant, and it still goes at the top. He's looking to cut this red into the top corner. Difficult opener, and the white's gone in. He's missed the red, and the white ball has gone in. Is that going to be curtains for Nick Busson tonight? So it's open table, ball in hand. And you've still got to fancy reds from here. Yellows just have that one awkward ball. I mean, obviously there's two awkward ones at the top, but if you've got two shots, you develop them on your first shot. My thoughts are with reds. Thoughts. Pending. We've taken on reds and trying to develop that one there. Okay, so whether he is confident to play this red off that other red to develop it. But it seems to me that Martin isn't looking to clear up off this visit. Certainly not now, because he's just running behind that red and himself in a bit of trouble there. A little bit frustrated. Blame him. We're looking nice. Got a triple on with the white. The white ball off that left side cushion, off the right side cushion, and then aim is to pop the red closest to the bottom left bag. But just discussing now, I don't think he's touching ball, but because it is so close, he's just worried about playing the push shot. That's a dilemma that only Martin can figure out himself. Okay, so it looks to me that it could be touching ball because it... I don't know what to think. Don't know, Martin. Doing some hand gestures. I think it's just super thin and plays a containing safety. I think Nick will try and do the same back to him. Takes control of the top bag. Leaves an ugly white. And stick with the same lingo that Mr. McCambridge was using. Likes the terminology of a shot being ugly. Yes, it just means not aesthetically pleasing. That shot doesn't look aesthetically pleasing for Martin. So I think he's looking to maybe play a plant. Difficult shot, but again, the way that he's going to play it, he's just playing a sort of containing safety, leaving the white ball down on this bottom cushion. Should he miss? Doesn't miss. Plays a lovely plant. And now for my next trick. Plays the cut, nearly flukes the red into the middle and leaves Nick not much. Don't think he can see the yellow to pot into the centre, closest to the black, so... Oh, wait. Yes, Nick is on yellows, yeah. Confusion there for a moment. Got there in the end. We're taking on the long pot. Plays it well, but leaves himself back down this end of the table. Slightly easier shot on this yellow now into the center. Doesn't want it. Still thinking about going up the table. A lot of pressure. Taking his time. Sit wide. Leaves Martin a chance. So even though Nick is in control, I got a feeling after potting this, he might not even pot this ball over the bottom pocket, but he's definitely going to look to take control up that top left pocket using that lower red of the two. So probably going to look to try and get a bit better on it now. Top spin to bring it round. Swerves the white slightly, straightens it up. May fancy the develop now. He's going for it. Gone for it. And that, I tell you what, is very, very unlucky. Unlucky mine. Great effort, that. This isn't straightforward with where that black's sitting. It's this looks like a tall order from Nick here. He's looking for a rest. Be careful not to foul. Plays it well. See, Nick's got a lot of experience with the old rest. Being a snooker player initially before pool. I believe his dad is a snooker coach, fairly local to the area. Picked up Q Sports when he was fairly young. Hence why he's here playing pool now and playing it well. Taking on the tougher yellow. Probably not a bad shout now to take this one on. Yeah, lovely shot there, Nick. Nice. He was on it. Why not take it? Again, plays it nice. Will he come down the table to leave it in the middle, or will he leave it? A long one. He's leaving the long one. He fancies it. Much prefers longer shots. Snooker table is 4 times bigger, I believe, than a pool table, so... Test of queuing. Will he make it? Never in doubt. Lovely clearance. 3 apiece. Hell. Okay, Martin's even taking time with the racking up now. Means everything this. 3 apiece. Who will come out victorious? Could it be the notorious Nick Busson? Don't have another name. I'm stuck. Mighty Martin from Bilf. Yeah, I heard them chatting. I know he plays in Bilf League. Okay, the boys shake hands. Will we see a tap break for a tactical frame? The balls are tied up. We could be here well past midnight. You can see a plant here. If Nick just absolutely drills that red straight into the pack, then I think one of them balls will go in and he'll be on for a reverse dish. Nice pot. Nice pot. So this is the snooker coming out in Nick now. He's going to try and leave himself the angle. He might try and fly into the pack now. This is the blue on the snooker table. Oh, ref! Referee! How close was that? How close was that? I think Nick's just seen a 4-ball plant somewhere. He's looking at it. He's looking at it. I don't think it quite goes, Nick. Oh, that white ball just arced around the pack. Didn't quite make it. Gonna fly into this. Loads of bottom. He's coming back down the table now. Here he goes. Q power. And he's fluked the red. It's all going on. Oh. Does that red pass at the top pocket? I don't know. Nick's doing everything he can to mop up. It could be that the two reds touching each other. Could be close to a plant into the middle. Wonder how adventurous Nick is going to want to be here. So, does the red go up the top? Not quite. Does touch a cushion. He's okay. Containing safety-ish. Okay, so Martin doesn't have a straightforward pot now, so he could be... could see Martin take his time now just to figure out exactly how he's going to leave the balls should he miss. If this yellow does sneak in the middle. Playing it with that element of safety again. So if he misses, look where the white balls ended up. Awkward again for Nick. So I think Nick's got to be thinking here. Martin's got balls on the cushion. Do I just tap my two reds and put them in potable positions and hope that Martin doesn't clear up? And be in the state of the yellows you can't think he's going to. Or what does he do? I don't know. He's taken the cut, top pocket. Playing it with bottom to avoid the yellow. Probably a good idea. He's trying to go into the pack again. He's clattered back into that yellow. Moved one yellow off the cushion. So he's made things a little bit easier for Martin. And maybe Martin will turn all this around now and just go full out attack. Seeing how aggressive Nick's playing. He might just turn the tables and just beat Nick at his own game. Will he continue with a safety in mind game? Not want to disturb the reds because they are not potable currently. Pot's 1. Looks like he's coming up for the snooker. Not sure if yellow is touching the cushion. Difficult snooker this. Nope, Martin's made me eat my own words. He's going for it. Going for it, John. He's fairly going for it. And I tell you what, I think that top yellow goes by the cluster. It certainly goes into the middle. He's got an angle off this bottom yellow. It's this could be all opening up very nicely for Martin now. Will he be the aggressor? Or will he be the defender? 3-all. If you take the chance to try and split the pack and it doesn't come up trumps, or you miss your pot, then looks like your opponent probably be in the driver's seat. So neither will want to go for this. Matt Martin's leaving himself an angle off his top yellow now. I think he's actually thinking about going for this. Nope. Goes for the pot up the rail. Covers the bag. Now I know that Nick's been super aggressive in his last couple of shots. He won't be off this one. He rolled this one in, leave himself the angle to screw off the next red. Doesn't need to do anything with the white now. Nice and soft. Leaves himself the angle. These are the shots that Nick loves. Wasting no time. He's straight in. He gets it, but there's no luck. Oh, it's unbelievable. Oh, he's snookered himself. Very, very unlucky there, Nick. Very unlucky. I wasn't watching there, was just clipping that, but looked like that Nick just sort of smashed that out. Wasn't really fussed where the white was going to end up. How was it? I missed it. So, I don't know. The age-old time will tell. Just taking his time. So Graham, the mic was muted there, but this isn't even the semi-final. This is the quarter-final on the one side. The winner of this will play myself, and then James Wilson is in the final. James is fallen asleep somewhere. So he's got 2 shots. He's picked the white up. He's still unsure. I mean, you can't half blame him because the yellows, they're not easy, but at the same time, they're not too difficult. So I don't think you need to be as precise as he's trying to be here. You just got to yeah, it's been quite a long match, this one. It's been probably over an hour. So he's missed the cannon there. So all of a sudden, it's a coin toss. I can't tell you who's going to win this frame. It's both players have a ball tied up. Ugly balls. Both got ugly balls. Sorry, lads. But we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, and he's leaving it to the last shot. He's got to develop it. Okay, so I certainly wouldn't want to be coming the left-hand side of the black. I'd much prefer to go the right-hand side of the black to try and develop this. I mean, this is just all sorts of horrible here. I'm intrigued to what shot is about to be played. He may not go for the pot. Who knows? But he's queuing it. He's looking at it. He's eyeing it up. And he's gone for the way that I said. But he's caught the knuckle. And it's a total. It's a total snooker. You could argue that it's a total mess up. Had a chance. Yeah, he had 2 shots. He was thinking about it for a good 5 minutes before decided to play a delicate plant. Didn't quite get it and has now found himself total snookered. And not only that, it's 3-all. Nick has 2 reds on the table. Got to pace this right. He needs to roll just in behind it. 2 cushions. If you play this with too much pace, you leave the red on. If you don't play it hard enough, and if you hit the right angle, then you miss completely. Now, Nick, what have you got for us? You've got 2 shots. Again, they're not too hard, but they're also not too easy. Seems that these boys are just freezing once they just develop it, get it out, bang. Pushes the yellow onto the side rail. Nick is looking on the home straight now. Taken on. I wouldn't be digging down, but doesn't need to screw back, really. Oh, I tell you what. Nick Busson, 2 balls away from a semi-final. Gets one. Will he get the next? Can he see it out? He sinks the black, and Nick Busson takes the match. 4-3 against Martin Davis. Unlucky Martin. First tournament down here. I'm sure he'll be back. He'll want to redeem himself there. He was unlucky to not make it into the semi-final there. Had a few chances, but that's the way pool goes sometimes. So it will be myself now playing against Nick Busson in the semi-final. Unfortunately, no commentary, so I'm just going to leave it to this.